Yes.
How are we all?
So how does this amnesia affect Vincent and Kat's relationship going forward?
Well, in a way, it makes Vincent very volatile and Catherine quite vulnerable. And it brings him back to square one. Vincent has a new purpose, a new mission in this season. He's essentially been rewired by his new maker to be the super soldier that he has always intended to be. So his mission and his objective is to basically destruct these other creatures that Murfield is trying to sweep under the carpet. And so when Catherine comes in, she's very determined to make him realize just, what state they used to be. But he's not having it. He's a very different character this season.
Actually, that ties into my question. What new aspects of your characters this season are you seeing, and how are you enjoying that?
Well, for me, last season I really wanted to play this beast in a Jekyll and Hyde format, so he was spontaneous and he could be dangerous and he could be loving. So the audience were really unsure of him at first. But we pushed the characters together very quickly in season one, because the fans were like, they're destined to be together. So we kind of gave the fans what they wanted. But this season, we want to be a little bit more murky with that relationship. So I'm definitely playing something quite different to season one, and I want to keep the viewers guessing what state this man is in.
And I think for Catherine, she's more desperate this season, so she's more emotional, she's more uncertain, everything around her is unsteady. So it's kind of fun because she's all over the place a little bit. She isn't last year, she was very clear, determined, she was always on track, and this year she's really not. So it means I get to play her with more stuff.
How are you guys liking the different sort of tone and pace of the season?
It's much better.
It's more fun for us to play, and it looks great. I think the shows are really, they're very paced up, the action's awesome.
Yeah, Brett Kern is very experienced, at show running, and he's come in and given us a real focus on what this show is. And he really wanted to bring in the feeling and the vibe of New York more into the show. He felt it was lacking in season one. It was a bit too slow, you didn't have that intensity of New York. So now we're here once or twice a month, the shooting scenes to weave into the story. And I think it really shows on screen, gives it more of a New York feel.
Everyone?
You do a lot of work with those lines.
Yes.
What qualities do you think about Catherine?
Catherine is, my favorite things about her is she's determined. She is invested in integrity and a certain sense of morality. Even though she struggles with it, I think that Catherine will do what it takes and make personal sacrifices for the greater good. And I think that is something that is admirable.
How is it going to affect Catherine when she finds out about her father?
It's going to be really hard for her. There's kind of two parts to the finding out about her father. There's the part of, this is a man that's been, I've met him. He's shook my hand. We've had conversations together, and he has never told me that he's my dad. So there's that kind of resentment and anger and sadness that comes along with that. And then there's the reveal of what he's doing and what he has done. And that's going to be very challenging for Catherine to deal with, and will, enrage her, essentially. It'll make her very angry.
We mentioned this to Jennifer and Sherry earlier. What did you guys take on it? Is it interesting as you guys have gone in the second season to kind of be free of that? In the first season, you were always compared to the old show, and now you've established. Was there kind of something lifted when you went back to start the second season?
Yeah, I feel like we've got that's a really good. I think it's so nice not to have to think about that at all. We're a whole different show. We've got our own sort of thing going on. I like that.
I think we always wanted to have our own sort of thing going on, and as a lot of the actors would sort of pipe up about that during season one, and I think it's now been brought into season two, and it's kind of more of our show and what we always wanted it to be. And we don't have to get compared to, there's no photos of Ron Perlman's Beast and my Beast on the line next to each other.
So did you guys
guys weren't, let's say, in danger for the moment and things like that, what would a date night be like?
For amnesiac Vincent. You mean if she didn't ask him anything about his life?
It would be great if she didn't ask him any questions.
Yeah.
If you're a quiet date?
No talk.
Yeah, well, they could talk, but it would have to be either about her, which
Current
she's fine about.
events, politics, religion.
Right. They have a nice time. They just, you wouldn't be able to talk about him.
What about what he's doing?
Yeah.
But you know, we really want to keep that connection that these two characters have during this season. You know, and even Vincent, even though he's on this path, this mission, he's always drawn to Catherine still, and we do that through heartbeats, sound effects, visual effects. We're kind of swapping it up rather than just us actors having to play it. We wanted to bring in these other sort of elements that we can do in post-production, you know, make the show a little bit more vibrant.
Do you think if no one's chasing Catherine and Vincent, do you think they'll still find romance somewhere, or do you think they're just kind of physical?
That's interesting.
Without the chase, will there be love?
I would hope there would be without the chase. I mean, Catherine's a little addicted to having craziness in her life. I think the more she heals herself, the less that would need to be there. I don't know if they'd be able to have
It would. It would just be a really boring TV show.
It would be a boring TV show.
Like fishing. How you doing, honey?
You could have really good fishing skills.
Yeah.
One more question?
They were running out.
What's been your favorite scene to shoot so far on the show?
Oh, the entire show?
Yeah, the entire show.
Jay?
For me, it's some of the new action sequences that we've just filmed in the last few days, actually. They're really fun.
We've had some great
Shooting
action
in green screen, and I'm the Beast, she's Catherine.
It's called Beauty and the Beast.
So Beauty and the Beast. No, but our action sequences have really piped up this season. We've got new stunt coordinators, two brothers called the McGuire brothers, and they're so passionate, and they have been doing it for a very long time. So they're very precise about what they want the show to look like, what Vincent moves like. So that's kind of a new element that's fun for us to shoot.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.